The Queen's funeral is taking place in Westminster Abbey, in London, on Monday morning. All working members of the royal family must wear military uniforms to the ceremonies being held for the late monarch during the nation's mourning period, but disgraced royal Prince Andrew is only set to wear his military uniform for the final vigil around her coffin during the lying in state at Westminster Hall. Royal expert Camilla Tominey questioned whether now is the time to start heckling him. The Duke of York was stripped of his military titles earlier this year after the furor over his friendship with convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. King Charles III, the Prince of Wales and the Princess Royal will parade in military uniform at the Queen's funeral on Monday as well as other upcoming occasions, but Andrew is only due to wear his at the vigil. This morning hosts Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield, who were dressed in black as they hosted Tuesday's installment of the ITV programme, discussed the Duke's involvement in the Queen's death with Camilla. Camilla reflected on the criticism the Duke has faced over the past few years and questioned whether it was appropriate for the public to start heckling him in the wake of his mother's death. King Charles love-bombed Harry and Meghan in speech. "I think there is an issue of politeness here," she said. "We've all got our opinions about the Duke of York, but is it the time to start heckling him when he is following his mother's coffin on foot?" Her comments come as Prince Harry has reportedly been denied the chance to wear his military uniform. Camilla added, "At the last vigil in London, that is the only time the Duke of York can wear his. My personal opinion on this, and I have written reams about Harry and Meghan on this, but I think this is a misstep by the palace because Harry could have permission to wear his uniform, but obviously the king would have to have signed that off. I just think Prince Harry served twice in Afghanistan and it's his grandmother's funeral and she was so proud of his military service. Therefore, I think it is wrong that he is being denied the right to wear it." She said the royals are making a slight exception for the Duke of York as he is still a vice admiral whereas Harry was an ex-serviceman. They feel if they make an exception for Harry then the Duke of York will continue at every major event to wear full uniform, she added. Prince Andrew wears suit as Duke forced to forego military uniform. Update: Princess Eugenie comes to mourners' rescue as she offers to lay roses. Latest sea of flowers continues to grow outside Sandringham House, in sight, but my point is Granny would have wanted Harry to wear his uniform, I think. However, LBC host Nick Ferrari told This Morning viewers, in fairness, Prince Andrew risked his life, as we know, in the Falklands War. Prince Harry, as we know, served in Afghanistan. With the greatest of respect, and I want to see the Princess Royal and King Charles III in splendid uniforms, but the two who really have been on the front line for Her Majesty are bizarrely the ones who are possibly not allowed to wear uniforms. Would it really be that terrible to see the two of them, particularly Harry, in their uniforms? Harry released a touching tribute to his grandmother the Queen on Monday morning. "In celebrating the life of my grandmother, Her Majesty the Queen, and in mourning her loss, we are all reminded of the guiding compass she was to so many in her commitment to service and duty," Harry began. He continued, "Granny, while this final parting brings us great sadness, I am forever grateful for all of our first meetings, from my earliest childhood memories with you, to meeting you for the first time as my Commander-in-Chief, to the first moment you met my darling wife and hugged your beloved great-grandchildren." This Morning continues on weekdays from 10 a.m. on ITV.